Hey gang, it's me again. Well, I just literally finished doing the first reading that has not been uploaded yet because after all of that explosion and light, I go to upload that video to YouTube and I see from my back end, YouTube has made a little announcement saying they're having issues uploading their videos or your videos to them. And I noticed that my video was not uploading, so I stopped and I thought, well, heck, since there isn't any coffee and I do have a bit of power left on my phone, I'm gonna have to leave to walk to a different part of the city to see if I can find, I think actually the university over this way will, I just checked the map, Hydro-Quebec, to see how bad it is. I think the university will have some power so I can charge things up and hopefully upload and be warm. Okay. I'm hearing the name, or names, Mandy, because they were showing me Mandy Moore, and I never think about Mandy Moore. I don't even know what Mandy Moore's up to. Anyway, Mandy, Amanda, what was that other name, Spirit? Hold on, there's some very interesting shapes the candle's making. Yolanda, Corey, Carrie. Okay, wait, then I'm gonna go back to, what's a name like Amanda, but is different than Amanda? Or like Mandy? Oh, Armando? Okay. Sorry, sometimes Spirit will really lock in, but will like spell things or like show me things, and sometimes I don't quite get it. Okay, Armando. Some of you might be Armenian? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like AMs or ARM names. Okay. Is there any more? Yvette. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, what are you trying to show me? I don't understand. Okay, sometimes you just have to move along and it'll come through. Because if I focus too hard, sometimes, yeah, the more I focus, the more it actually closes the funnel a little bit. Okay. Mandy Moore. Although I do feel as though Mandy Moore did show up on my feed as just one of the newest people that is kind of unrecognizable in Hollywood. I might be wrong in this, but because I never think of Mandy Moore. Okay, I thought I'd start with the old spirit animal oracle. Okay. Okay. Call them those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you're working and praying with, other than Devi Devil. Oh, you know, I love to see this little fucking floofy cutie. Oh, he is so handsome. What a good boy. Claim your independence. Okay. Little beauty queen. Okay. We do have the number 13 here, so that is the death card. But this little cutie, oh, he just has a good weight too. I know exactly what it'd be like to pick him up. Give him big kitty whisker kisses. Oh yeah, get right in there. And they always try to pretend like they don't like it, but they do. Well, it depends who you are. Some people, you can tell they don't like that person. But if you're the cat mom or the cat dad, just like any child, they pretend like they don't want it, but they do. And you say, just get over here, let me give you a kiss. Okay. Ooh, frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. We did have old frog out yesterday. Number 28. Yes. What's this card? Stag spirit. Take the lead. Okay. Yeah, well, there's definitely, I like the order of it, like claiming your independence. You're clearing out the clutter, and now you're taking the lead. Oh, this one. Truth transcends illusion. Okay. Well, he did hop out. So are we doing 4 cards? It does look very nice on the table. Okay, again, all the rules just keep kind of changing. Whatever, let's switch it up. Exactly. I'm a Gemini, I love to switch it up. Perfecto. Okay. Well, and after that last reading, and then the whole explosion, okay, well, truth does transcend illusion. The truth always comes out, does it not? Okay. What deck shall we use? Oh, we want some moon? Okay, hold on, let's get out these. Oh, pardon my reach. There we go. Oh yeah, God, this is the one. Panther Spirit always gets... Panther doesn't want to go back to the animal deck. It just keeps going in with the Queen Oracle. Oh, there's another one in here. That's so funny. I mean, they are pretty much the same shape, so I can see why. But this has been like 3 or 4 times now I've gone in. Panther's just like, are you scrapping with someone in the other deck? You are beautiful. Reclaim your power. Well, every time you come out, because I wasn't going to grab the moon. Okay, so I'm going to put you front and center. I feel like this is you. I do feel like this is your energy. Yeah, you're like a big kitty. Yeah, you got 2 cats on the table. Big orange Floofy and old Panther. Okay. Yeah, you're reclaiming your power. Okay. So let's get a couple moons to complete. Oh boy, the masculine. Oh boy, are we gonna get that other steamy card? The one with the sweaty back and the sweaty glass of water? Wow. Again, reclaiming your power. I feel like regardless of gender, you're very much in a masculine energy of at least just going out and claiming, you know? Being really embodied and being like, nope, we're doing this. This is what I'm doing next. Okay. Oh yeah, I always forget. There's a person right here in the background. It's like they have a little star on top of their head. Right. Are there 2? Oh, there's 2. There's 2. It looks like actually like Gemini. It's like Castor and Pollux. It's really hard to tell. And also we're going old-timey here with the candles. So like, I can tell you right now with my phone refusing to zoom in ever again, plus old-timey candles, plus this is also like, even if we did have the lights on, it's very hard to see, but there is 2. Yeah, I'm really getting the sense that you want to go towards someone. Then Stag Spirit too. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of steamy, sexy vibes here. Hold on. Okay, tell me about your masculine. Yeah, like with Stag, Panther, and masculine. Ay, ay, ay. Protection. Boundaries. What are you protecting? What are you protecting? There's something that you're protecting. Okay, I want to put that over here. Ugh, sorry guys, the temperature has been changing from like -40 to like spring weather, but it's also like everything is so dry. Ugh, everything's dry. I'm a little bit scratchy. I also scratch sometimes when I think. Yeah, and also some You'll see, Spirit, when Spirit gets chatty, this ear gets really itchy. It's always when I do readings. Boundaries. Now I feel Spirit really loves that Kelly Clarkson song, Here I Am. I don't even know the rest of the song. And it's just on repeat. Here I am. Like on and on, but it's just that part. Okay, so here you are. I feel, without looking, what I keep sensing, especially this panther, yeah, this Black Panther, I feel really exemplifies you. And for most of you, you are going to be, like, if we're to use gender here, like, most of you are probably going to be ladies or people who identify that way. Or, like, people. Sorry, when I say people, I'm including all the genders here of, like, non-binary, more gendered, of masculine and feminine. Okay, we gotta get out the cards because I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something. Okay, I want to actually clarify those two cards with these same cards still. Okay, tell me a little bit more, Grandmama, about protection. Attraction. Oh, you want to protect. You are attracted to someone. You really want to go towards someone, and you want to protect it. Yeah, darkness wants to go underneath boundaries. Okay, hold on. I want to get out this animal card again. I want to put the person that you're going towards. Oh, they want the other animal deck? Okay, hold on. Okay, now that I know this is about you wanting to go towards someone. Yeah, you've had your eye on someone. You've had your eye on someone. I don't think the timing has been perfect for... Oh my god. And look, Dragonfly is in the middle. And then look who's on the bottom. Dragonfly. Interesting. Okay, well, we're getting to... Okay, so Grandma... Oh my god, if Panther comes out, 2 Panthers? Okay, let's not get too excited. Let's just see. Grandmama, I can see Collective right now has their eye on somebody. Sorry, I want to finish the thing. They have their eye on someone, I suspect for a bit. They're attracted to this person. They haven't made a move. I feel like with cleaning up the clutter, like there's some stuff. I feel like life stuff has been happening, so it just has not been the time or the place. That happens. There's the fire trucks. Yeah, it's a big outage. Oh yeah, well, going back with like what I was saying, why I did this second reading now is because even YouTube, there's something about communication, right? Because uploading to YouTube, sorry, my words, when I don't have coffee, it's been a morning. Literally almost shit my pants with that explosion. Yeah, something's been impeding. But, I don't know, I feel like you're close to making a move. Okay, so who is this person? I see Grandmama that they're Panther. So, the person that they have their little eyes on, little kitty whiskers, who is this person? Starfish with shark. Ooh, this person could be a water sign. Starfish. Well, they're definitely of the water. Now, the great thing about a starfish is that if you cut off one of their appendages, it will grow back. I do love a shark. Look at this little cutie face. I know it's not a cutie face for everybody. And no, would I necessarily want to get right in the water with him? No. Maybe after a little bit of training or something, but like I still find him wicked cute. So I feel like this person isn't everybody's cup of tea. Like, And that's just of all of us. Like, we're never going to be everyone's cup of tea. But there is something intense about this person. Like, they have big energy. Just like how wolf, like the bigger, kind of more predatory creatures, like, it's power. It's this little smile. He has his little crooked teeth. Look at him. He's smizing. I love this shark. I really do. He gets me. It's je t'aime right there. So this person's powerful. And also, in regards to how they heal, like, they can just heal themselves. Oh, cut off one arm? Don't worry about it, guys. I got this. Like, yeah, like, I feel like they don't need anybody. They're a cool cucumber. Again, but because it is a water sign, or it's showing as water, like, and sharks can get down pretty low. So, like, I feel like this person does have incredible emotional depth. They're not just a cool cucumber that will eat your ass up in the worst way possible. No, they're a little cutie. Okay. Well, it's an intense match. Yeah. Maybe an unlikely pairing, but both intense, both feared at times. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I just want 2 more for them. I do. That's what I'm hearing. Can I have 2 more to learn about who this person is? What else about this person's character? Their way of being? These 2? What do we have? Oh my god, lamb and bear. Oh, this is what I mean. They're all different types of flavors, but look at this. See, this is what I mean. This is what I saw in the shark. Just a real cutie patootie. Like, underneath it all, a total, but could they rip your ass up? Absolutely. Kind of just like a panther. And then bear, oh yeah, big bear don't care, but big bear does care. And bears, oh, I love bears. Again, what don't I love? I just heard big bear hug. This person gives great hugs, I just know it. They're earthy. They're sensitive. Yeah, with the lamb here too, like, oh, this person has all the right flavors. Intense, but like childlike abandon, sweetness. Bear is also known to be a healer because they work with herbs and roots. But yeah, but like very protective, does love to hibernate. Oh, wow, this person's fantastic. I approve, 100%. Okay, so now that we have a flavor here, okay. So, well, let's swing back to you a little bit. I want a couple more for you. Let's put in your little steamy, sexy corner with your masculine, like your bod. Do you want to come out in the other deck? Okay, so for your person, they're this deck, but for you, you're encouraged to come out in this deck. Interesting. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, so let's get 3 more cards for you. We have Panther for you. What else? Oh, I love this. I love learning about people's character and nature through animal cards. It tells me a lot. It also tells me a lot that we saw 2 dragonflies. Owl. Oh, God, you know I love to see it. You see clearly now. And the most beautiful eyes. And that panther has beautiful eyes. I am certain your eyes are just, oh my God, and it's 44 and 43. Oh, can't even handle this. Okay. I am seeing hummingbird on the bottom here, and that's always my grandmother extra showing up, but let's continue. Ooh, man alive. Okay, so 2 more. Who are you? Swan. Oh my God, you're a total fucking smoke show. White Raven? Ah, you are magic. Trust in the magic. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say for a lot of you, you are queens. Don't have to be. But I feel like I've definitely got some ladies in the crowd where this is you, but you are in your masculine energy. Yeah, you're like soft, yet beautiful. What an energy. This is incredible, especially after the reading that I did just before this. Bit of a buzzkill, but this, wow, wow, wow. Okay. Okay. So now I see why you want to protect this. This person really, really does it for you. Okay. So let me see here. Let's put this like this. Well, it's big time attraction. Like, can you see that? Like the magnitude of that planet and like this person sitting there. So like you are really attracted. And just like this like little bird, the person in the nest, yeah, there's like the way that you would pick up a little bird. Yeah, I feel like you feel very protective of this person. You want to take the lead. Yeah, you want to take the lead in this one. So whoever you're attracted to, this could be same sex, whatever, like it really doesn't matter. But whatever it is, and we see it with your masculine energy showing up, you want to take the lead. You're feeling very protective. Okay. So, that being said, hold on. Let's just get one more card for you from this moon deck. I feel like your masculine card is a little bit lonely. Oh my god, the unexpected, and it's the 2. And what did we see in that really dark card where I was like, it's the 2? The cards are so dark. Where did that card go? Am I daft? Oh, it is in the masculine. Yeah. Right in front of my eyes. Yeah. Remember? Unexpected. And it just looks like a star. You have to look up really close. Okay. Okay, so this is close to happening. Okay. But the emphasis is on this person. You want this person. B-A-D. Like big time bad. Okay. Okay. Well, okay, so it's a little bit chaotic on the table here. Yeah. No mom, no rules. Yeah, we're breaking all the rules. We're doing things different. Okay. So, what deck? I guess we'll go with this deck. Okay, I don't use this deck as often, but let's do it. Ooh, already I'm seeing fertility on the bottom. I'm telling you, I'm feeling a lot of heat and passion. I'm really surprised, actually, that the sweaty card with the sweaty glass of water. Yeah, it was like a sweaty back, very sexy card. Didn't come out, but like I'm feeling it. Okay. Well, it's like we don't need to start from that because I can tell I can see who you are and I can see that this is about a person that you're interested in. Okay. So, you've been cleaning out the clutter. Let's start there. You've been getting things ready. You're getting things ready. Exactly. The magician. Awareness. Bring things full circle. You have everything at your disposal to create what it is that you want. And look what you're creating. Whoops. Get over here. Here, you go back up there. See how we have that circle? And this is in a circle. So what you've been really working on manifesting is this partnership with this particular person. This isn't happenstance. Like, you know exactly who this person is. I feel like they've been on your radar for a hot second, and the timing just wasn't happening. Okay, hold on, let's put the cards like that, and then Here, let's put you like right there so I can see you. Okay. Okay. Well, there's this emphasis on the masculine, so you may not have felt confident to take the lead. Maybe you've always been the one to be pursued and not the pursuer. It's good to switch it up. No mom or no rules, especially when it comes to gender. Like this idea of like, if you're a feminine waiting around for the masculine, oh, take the lead. We're almost to 2026. Feminism. Like we can all be the receiver, and we can all be the one to go out there and be like, hey, I think you're wicked cute. Would you care to go out? I don't know if I'd say it like that, but you know what I mean. Okay. Exactly. Throat chakra, communication station. Okay, so it really is a process right now. You're getting things ready. But it's true though, symbolically, going back to clearing out the clutter, you know, we don't think of these things, but we're very symbolic creatures. And when you want new things, it's really good to do things in a symbolic way. So if it's around a partnership, get things ready. Clean out your clean out your car, clean out your apartment, make space. Act as though someone new is about to enter your life, because you don't want old energy or like, you know what I mean? If you still have the sheets on your bed that you slept with your last old person, like that's what I mean. It's those types of things. You got to clean out the clutter. Make space for the new. Oh boy. See, and at the top of his head here, we're seeing a bit of blue, right? It's coming up. So again, you're getting ready to communicate. Okay. So, I think we all know what you want to communicate, but let's get real Snoopy and Scoopy. What are you going to say? What's your approach? Oh, you're having a bit of a mental conflict. Oh boy, here we go. What did we just say all day yesterday? Don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. Okay, so what's going underneath the Magician? Because you are creating. You are creating, but yeah, seeing you're getting a little bit of nervousness. You're overthinking. Okay, so what's going underneath? Awareness. Oh yeah, see the base chakra, which is root. That's where fear, you know, this is about stabilizing. But this is part of getting things ready. Yeah, it's all of that base chakra. But that's also where like a lot of our fears live. So you're tackling both. I feel like you're doing practical stuff of getting things ready, but with that mental conflict we see. And with the masculine energy, masculine is always about being very confident. Like a panther doesn't even have to, there is no overthinking. A panther is just confident. This guy, he's very confident. Okay, so this is, I feel like you working on your confidence. Okay, so what's going underneath throat chakra? This deck smells very good. I feel like someone handled it at some point. You smelled very good. Because it's not my own smell, but it's a smell that smells very good. Okay, so what's going underneath throat chakra? Oh, shadow. Yeah, I feel as though you're really working through your fears. But see, look at all that blue, and it's going underneath the throat chakra. Well, Spirit was just pointing out, see, because we have the darkness card. See that little bunny rabbit? You see how that moon is eclipsed? But see, in his robes, we see these like light orbs, but we also kind of see what looks like moony, like very much like this moon to me. So I suspect you might have just come out of a bit of a dark night of the soul, or like, but there's really something here about like, part of that cleaning up the clutter is the clutter of self too, right? Like really looking at, especially when we want new things that are significantly different than the last. So especially when it comes to relationships, really taking stock. So you know that more is required of you because nothing changes if nothing changes. You want to do things differently. You really want a clean slate. I feel like your level of attraction for this person is such that, like, again, you're really dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Again, there's a real theme of perfectionism that's been coming through the last couple days. And that could be part of that shadow part. Okay, so what's going underneath mental conflict? Rest and rejuvenation. Well, yeah, exactly. Nothing's going to help more with mental conflict than going and sitting and just getting quiet. Our own chatter sometimes, it's too much. You got to just get still. It's really where you're going to actually hear the best and most sound advice. Okay, so this is good though, because again, you're tackling your approach. You have mental conflict, you acknowledge it, and you're like, okay, I need to ground myself. I need to get still. I need to get quiet. Perfect. Okay, so what's going underneath? Oh, interesting. It's the 1 to the 1. I just was, hold on. Sorry, there's so many cards on the table. See? 1, 1. Oh my God, 1, 1, and then we get 11. Balance. That's exactly it. And he really has all the things of the magician. Oh, this is beautiful. So it's like you take this foundational, the root chakra, and you somehow give yourself this foundation, and it creates this balance. And the balance allows you to go into that magician energy to therefore really create some magic. The stuff that dreams are made of. Beautiful. Okay. So, what's going underneath shadow? From throat chakra to shadow, what's going underneath? Emotional loss. Okay. Yeah, there's something here around bravery, doing things different. Oh, and now we have 5 and 5. Well, going back to this like kind of protective energy, but even the way that that person was cradled in protection, I also feel like it goes to you. Like with emotional loss here, it's like, I feel like with most of us, at some point, you would have had a significant breakup or an ending, separation or divorce, and you got really tender with yourself and really, encapsulated. But as it always goes, just when we're like, I will never love again, I won't do this, yeah, I will never do this again, never, ever, ever, you meet someone and you go, oh, fuck, here we go. So you're just putting a lot of work in. I do keep hearing, like, getting it right. That can be a bit of a dangerous recipe, though, right? In itself. Because there's never going to be the perfect way. But I see what it is that you're trying to do. You're trying to look into yourself to see, like, okay, what went wrong before? what hand did I have in that? What worked? What worked really well and what didn't? What would I want to carry over? What are the qualities that I'd want to see again in another romantic relationship? Like, I don't know. I just see going back to this balancing. Yeah, it's like balancing the checkbook. It's really going through everything while trying to protect your heart, but also you have a big fat crush on this person, if not big fat feelings, and you really don't want anyone else to go towards them. So, like, you're trying to protect that as well as your own heart, as well as get things ready. Oh, yeah, it's a lot here. It's a lot. But I feel like this has been worked on for a bit. It's not like this is just overnight. Okay. So, what's going underneath mental conflict to, oh, excuse me. Oh, haven't had coffee. So tired. Mental conflict to rest and rejuvenation. Hope. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just hope. It's the sun. Okay. Oh God, we're already at 36 minutes? Yeah, time has just been flying by this morning. Okay. Hold on. How does this person... Okay, so what are you gonna do? Because you're getting ready. So, what actions are you gonna take towards this person? Because I feel like you've been preparing for a bit. So, like, we're almost there. We're almost to lift off. So, 2 of Cups. We could just end here. With the Page of Wands. Yeah, like you are so attractive to this person. And see, 6 of Wands is here. Success. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna go forward. You're just gonna be honest. Yeah, and you've been planning. You've been planning this for a real long time. The Star. My goodness. Well, it's all the things. There's healing here. It's about being center stage. I don't think it's so much about being center stage as it is. You've had to do some healing. You've had to do some introspection. Sorry, I'm just looking at... And with Temperance, the balance card. See, before, I think you only poured into other people. And I'm not sure which one is the other people, but but here it's like you both pour into yourself now. And equally. Yeah, it's an equal pouring. If I give to myself, I give to this. But see, she's past facing, as is the planning. So I feel like you've just been healing. You've been dealing with stuff. You've also been then, in amongst dealing with stuff, you've been planning. Okay. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? Like 2 of Cups, yes, but like, can I have... Oh my God, thank goodness. Oh, yes, I don't get a lot of reversals, but in this case, it's like, it's the King of Cups to the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and I only see this as just, like, actually, like, moving quickly now. I think you're someone who normally goes pretty slow, but with that Knight, it just means it's still a solid offer, but I just see it as, like, instead of going hella slow, like, the horse isn't moving, but reversed, I'm like, giddy up. And look, you're holding 2 cups. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready to just get in there and to be like, no matter what the outcome is, you are going to, with the throat chakra, you're going to speak your truth. You're going to let this person know everything, how they affect you, what you love about them, and just like what you would hope for. Again, in an appropriate way. But you're just gonna lay it out on the line and offer a cup. I love it. How is this person going to receive this? Oh God, I hope for your sake that they do, but I see that little cutie shark face smiling. I don't know, I feel like they're smiling at you. That person might even have some crooked teeth. Heck, I've got crooked teeth too, I love them. If you feel weird about your crooked teeth, don't. They're beautiful. I know that shark doesn't feel bad about his teeth, because again, he can just eat up asses all day with those. It's great. Okay, so how does this little shark, this little lamb, this little starfish, oh man, look at that. 9 of Penties. They're single as a Pringle, but it's also about wish fulfillment. Yeah, they're not mad about this. They're not mad about you coming forward. Okay, hold on. Okay, so when you reach out, see the 9 of Pentacles, but what's the emotional response? Can we know some emotions? Yeah, let's do emotions first and then thoughts. Oh, emotion is the Hanged Man. It might just give him a pause. I've had that happen to me. In fact, I once had a coworker a long time ago, like when I was like, I don't know, 18. I didn't even know that she had a crush on me. And then one day at work, we used to hang out outside of work, but it was like she couldn't contain it. And so she blurted it out, but it came out so quickly and kind of frenetically. I didn't actually understand what she was actually trying to tell me in the moment. And my response was, I was still trying to piece together, and also I don't like to assume. So even if I feel like someone's kind of telling me that they're got feelings for me, like it just kind of came out in this really quick way and gave me pause. So there just might be something about the way that you say it, like the very first sentence, that the person might just be like, is this person telling me what I think they're telling me? And not because you're doing it wrong. Some people just, like, again, I've said before, I'm not diagnosed as autistic, but sometimes I have moments where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm on the spectrum. And part of that is that, like, I just don't want to assume. And I need a lot of, like, that's why I love truth and facts, like things super clear. I don't like guessing. So this person just might be like, I'm not sure if, yeah, I just might give them a pause, but not because you did anything wrong or said it wrong. They just might be like, I'm not sure, and I don't want to make a fool of myself. Yeah. See, King of Swords. Yeah, this person just might be really intellectual. They just need to know all the facts. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, but what I did see here was the Ace of Cups. Okay. So you're going to come in. You're going to tell this person. Okay. Well, King of Swords does go with that shark energy. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they're assessing, making sure they got all the information. Okay, but okay, what's giving this person pause? Why, like, what is it? Just literally, like, maybe you just say it too fast or kind of in a non-confident way, and so they're just literally like, what are you telling me? Yeah, what is the pause? Oh, the 6 of Swords. Oh, there just might be a lot of distance between you, and that's what's giving them a pause, because they're just kind of like, well, we don't live anywhere close to one another, so I'm not really sure what to do with this. Fair. Okay. Okay, so there's distance between you. So what is your solution around that? Because some people don't want to do long distance, especially if you guys don't really know each other that well. Like, it's really hard to, and if also everyone has trust issues. So it's like, if you don't live close by and you don't really know each other, yeah, this person might just be like, I'm not really sure how we can do this. Yeah, there's a leap of faith that's required, but from who? Who has to make the leap of faith? Because if it's this person, they might just be like, why do I need to uproot myself? Yeah, I don't know. Because even with this King of Swords face, he's looking a little sus. Okay, so there's a leap of faith here that's required. I feel like there's a physical distance. Yeah, there's like a move required. And I don't think it's you who's moving. I think you want them to move or to like travel. And I don't know how this person. Okay, so why is this person. Makes sense though. Like people have commitments and community. Hold on, that's too many. Yeah, like I can tell you right now. We'll just use who am I currently always. I always have crushes. I think Emma Thompson's married, but whatever. We'll just say like if my dream person called me up, but they lived on the other side of the world, and they were like, hey, like said all the most amazing things and like whatever, but was like, but like, could you move closer? Could we like relocate you? I'd be like, no. My son is here. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's just things that kind of tie people to communities, or like, like with my old cutie patootie that I have on Mondays. Yeah, like they had to move him closer. But if they had to leave, they couldn't because of their dad. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something here about obligations, and this person is just like, no, like it's not that easy, and like, and I also feel like you guys don't really know each other well. Okay, so grandmama. So what's gonna happen? Yeah, there's choices. You're presenting this person with choices and options, and like they're looking at it. Yeah, I don't know. This person really isn't sold. Okay, so what is it that you're asking them? Because I feel like whatever it is, it's like too much. The expectation is that this person needs to do something, and they're just like, yeah, it's like they would have to like end something massive, like their world. They have to give up their world to join your world and have all these endings and stuff, but like they don't really see. Yeah, they're not really being sold, to be honest. Okay, so how do you feel about this when this person is not really being sold on what you're offering? Come hell or high water, I feel like you're like, I'm gonna manifest, because now this is two magician cards. Yeah, see, you're in this really masculine energy of like, kind of a conquering of like, I want this thing. And I have everything at my disposal now to have this thing. But what I feel is that's required though is that like, yeah, you're moving towards them in terms of having a conversation, but I feel like logistically what's on the table here is this person does not live close to. And it's so funny because a lot of their energy is like of the water, like the starfish and the shark. And you're three birds, so above the water, and then a land-based thing. Yeah, there's something here about like access to each other. But I think in your mind, you're just like, this person will just like, I feel like you have some kind of offer. I don't know what, because this seems really confusing in a sense of like, contacting someone you don't really know that well to be like, hey, would you move closer to me? I don't know. I don't even know if people would do that. Although when I first started dating my son's mom, but mind you, whatever, that was different. Okay. So, is this person going to go for it? No, it's going to create conflict. Yeah. It's just so funny. This energy of the Emperor really reminds me of that. It's like, it's the classic dad energy. You know, when the dad is like making all the plans for like the family vacation. What is going to bring the most, like, the dad has this idea of like, what is going to bring joy to everyone, not taking into account that everyone has different needs, desires, and ideas of like fun and pleasure and whatever. And so, and I say this delicately because what I do see is that like you have really good intentions. You do really care about this person. You're wanting, again, to make it perfect and to make it right. But in this really masculine energy of taking charge, you haven't taken into account this person's world and where they come from and what would be required. And so, and we see that they're a strong, like, yeah, they have lamb in there, but like they're a goddamn bear and a goddamn shark. Like, yeah. But also, like, their energy is still, like, as much as it's, like, wish fulfillment, like, they fulfill themselves. It's the Nine of Pentacles. They take care of them. They're single as a Pringle. They have a bird on their hand. It doesn't look like they're looking for anyone else. Okay, so how does this person actually feel about you? Because I feel like you have some kind of interaction. Like, you two know of each other, at minimum. I don't think you would just be literally walking up to a stranger. So there is some kind of history or knowingness. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, like there is something fortuitous here. I'm just hearing though, like you're missing something. Yeah, it is such a dad energy. Like the Emperor just could not be a more perfect card to, because the Emperor wants to take charge, make all the decisions for everyone, but not everyone's gonna like that. So, what happens then? So, you come forward, you communicate, and this person is like, they take a pause, they look into it, and I think they kind of reject your offer, to be honest, with that Four of Cups. It's like, yeah, it's gonna create, they just see it as a juggle, a lot of work and effort, and like, again, we see literally I'm moving across seas, like this little boat having to catch up to this big boat. And I think this person is just like, but for what? Like to risk, to upend everything to take a chance on something that I don't really know much about. Yeah, they're not really sold, to be honest. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, so how are you going to feel about it? Because I feel like you've put some effort into this. The Tower to the Hierophant. Yeah, I really think that you thought that, again, with this Emperor, where you're like, I'm just going to take charge and handle everything and then come forth with an offer of like love and protection and all these things. And this person's going to be delighted and off we go. And I think there's a bit of a popping of the bubble here where it doesn't play out that way. Okay, but is there another way? Like, I just feel like it's like this one offer. Is there not a better way for the two of you to come together? Spirit, can these two people come together in a way that is like mutually beneficial? The Hierophant. Well, we did see you having to meditate. I think you need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. This, yeah, it's requiring, God really wants you, because we see your mental conflict. What was underneath mental conflict was this. I'm gonna say, for the most part, you're probably intuitive, sensitive, and into like woo things like meditation and like Gen downloads. But we also saw the boundaries. Yeah. Hold on. Let's put all of these cards back in. Oh, is that why the emotional loss is there? Like, I do think you've been through emotional loss, but I think this person's... I think what's gonna burst your bubble, though, is that I think you're gonna find the courage to step forward in your excitement. You just haven't considered some things. Okay, so what happens when this person sets a boundary? Because I do think they set a boundary. And you see it in the Four of Cups. They don't accept the offer. There's a hangman, there's a pause. So like even their pacing, it's like immediately they go into reflection. They might even tell you like, I need to sit with this. I need to take a moment. Okay, well the Fool is here again. But it's past facing. Okay, so you take a leap of faith. That's okay, so that's why it's past facing. Yes. Okay. Yeah. To be honest, I think you need to be the one to move closer. Like, I don't know, there's something here. Yeah, like King of Pentacles. With the Emperor, King of Pentacles as your energy, and we saw with the Knight of Pentacles, like, I believe you're really slow moving. I think there's a bit of stubbornness here. And you're not used to people rejecting what you think is one hell of a deal. And so it's going to shock you that this person is kind of like, no, it doesn't work for me. Like, sorry, like, it is a nice offer, but like, where I'm at in my life and like the things that I need and the things that I have here, like, no. So the only way really for there to actually be a leap of faith and a new beginning, you have to relocate. Or you have to go visit this person, not the other way around. Yeah, look what just flipped out. So this quick community, oh boy, the offer, and then look, Lady Justice. Yeah, if you want this, and I think there's also something here, because there's about feeling safe. I think without knowing it, that them having to come to your turf, whether it's your town, your city, your house, like whatever that is, your neighborhood, there's something about it being safe because it's on your terms, your turf, your time, and probably even like your money. So that's a lot of power and control. And I can tell you, like, sharks and bears, like, cannot be tamed. Yeah. And so I think it's a bit of a surprise. And so this person is like, hey, like, if you want to come out here and see me or like get to know me or like whatever, I don't know. I think they're just going to flip the table on you to be like, and not in a controlling way. They're just going to be really honest to be like, this is where I'm at. This is what I would need. Maybe, but it's not going to be like this. Okay. Okay, so that being said, so what do you do? Yeah, there's something here about fairness. right? It's about balancing. There's something about your offer that this person is not going to view as fair or just and equitable. And for them, it has to be equitable for it to be remotely received. You're still going to go for it, though. You're so attracted to this person. Okay, so what are you going to do? I do feel like this person is going to say nay. Nay. Nay, nay, nay. I'm not going for it. This is what's on the table. So what are you going to do? The Wheel of Fortune. Again, I think you really see this person, like you want to put all your money on this person. You're willing to bet and bank on this person. It's luck, it's fortuitousness, it's taking a gamble. Seeing the world. So again, something has to be sacrificed. I just feel like this person that you're into, that you want to create this like dream life with, I think they've only known nothing but endings and sacrifices. And I'm just like, yeah, there's something here about the justice. It has to be balanced. Okay. So if you are willing to change it up and come to them, or like a middle, there has to be a middle ground here. If you're willing to do that, how is this person, like, is this person interested? Like, what is the feeling? I don't know, I feel like this person's just a little bit suspicious. Well, they're attracted to you, but they feel as though you're not, yeah, I don't know if they would use the word dishonest, but there's something here about the equitable and like why again, because what we're seeing is the Four of Cups. Yeah, for like this person, for some reason, no matter how attractive they are, and it's so funny, the way the card is sitting, it's like this Ace of Wands is actually the tree that they're leaning on. Like, they are attracted to you, but it's not enough. And there's something about the way that you come in, I feel like they're also uncertain about the honesty of something. Or like they feel, I don't know. It's like the way that you're moving or asking. Okay, hold on. What is the Seven of Swords to the Chariot? The Four of Wands. There's something about the way that you're approaching them in regards for them moving to be closer to you. And they just don't feel like it's honest. There's something that's like, they feel like you're holding back, or like it's not, or again, with fairness, there's something, and it's just like, it's like a no. It's a no. Okay. So, Grandmama, what is a potential outcome here? Like, what is the most likely outcome? Okay, no, wait, first. Let's ask, in order for you to have this work in your favor, because we see this person is attracted to you, what would it require for this person for you to get the thing that you want? Like, what does this look like? How do you need to approach this person? And like, what do you need to offer? The High Priestess to the Page of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune to Justice. Yeah, you need to go back into quiet contemplation and actually talk to your spirit team. And like listen and watch and hear. Because there is something fortuitous here. But I feel like this rolls with justice. It has to be balanced. Whatever you're asking of this person to do, like you're not making a connection. You think you have the greatest idea of all time and you've missed the mark. And I think in the way that you've missed the mark, it's making this person feel like you don't know them. Or like you haven't observed something. And it makes them feel like, I don't know, it's that Seven of Swords. It's like not dishonesty, but like you're not getting something. And so it's making them kind of doubt the connection. Because they're just like, you don't see this. You don't see it this way. And because you don't see it this way, it's it's to be honest, it's unattractive to them. In terms of the offer, they're like, no. Like, okay, so what is it that you're missing? Go back to the Hermit. Yeah, you got to go back in and look. You got to go back in and look about this offer. You got to go back in and look because what you're offering is literally, it's the opposite of what they need, want, and desire. And you haven't seen that. And so because you're about to go forth with this offer, it could blow the whole thing. Yeah, because they're not enticed. They are not enticed. And you're really missing the mark. Okay, this was an extra bit long reading, so I'm going to leave it there. It gives you something to work with. I see both sides. I see that you are really excited. This is not about shaming, but there's something that you're missing here. I feel like what you're asking or what you want to propose to this person requires them to make a great sacrifice that if you were to, I don't know, you're not seeing and understanding something, and that alone makes them question the connection because they're like, this person doesn't get it. And so they're like, well, yeah, I know, not quite what I thought we were gonna hear. Again, these readings, it would surprise me. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but this is what the readings are for. It's about actually the guidance, because again, I'm assuming you haven't gone forth with this. This could give you the opportunity to go into self and to pray to whoever it is that you pray to be really guided. I'm really curious though, like I still want to know. Okay, this is just going to be an extra bit long. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. You also don't have to stick around. I do want to know though, like if you meditate, because I see your intention. It's not like it's nefarious. I'm just seeing the classic dad planning this holiday, and then invariably everyone gets fussy at some point, and then the dad gets really offended because they put all this time and effort into planning what they thought was going to be like the perfect vacation, but they didn't account for everyone's thoughts, feelings, and desires. It's kind of a selfish thing without realizing it. So if you were to further reflect and go inwards and pray and reevaluate and come up with a new, more equitable plan here, how would this person feel? Back to that Eight of Wands. Well, yeah, I mean, the Three of Pentacles. It has to be, oh, you know what it is? I feel like it's because you've made all these plans, but without talking to this person first. It needs to be collaborative. Yeah, it's like you kind of jump the horse here. It's like, instead of just going low and slow and like building up the relationship and then co-creating the ideas together of like, if we want to make this work, we have a couple things, but like, what could that look like for us? It's like you went ahead 20 steps, planned all of these things, but in your comfort zone, on your turf. Yeah, I don't see you having to make much sacrifice in this equation here. It's like this person has to give up everything. In fact, Spirit is giving me the perfect goddamn example. This is also a bit of a red flag example, but we're not really focused on that. An old friend of mine started to date this person who lived in Alaska. And my friend is from here in Canada, this city. So because the person in Alaska has a very established career, and all of their family is there, their kids, their family, like that in order for my friend to be with them, they would literally have to give up everything, go up there, but like, because they're Canadian, like wouldn't be able to work, so would be dependent on this person to like, it just was like, for me, I was like red flags. And also because this person was pushing the timeline of like, no, it has to be now, like all these things. Anyway, but the thing that I kept pointing out to my friend though is that I'm like, this person doesn't have to make any sacrifices. In fact, you're on the losing end. You have to give up your community. You're on this person's timeline. They're not even willing to like give you a hot second to think about this. You have to become ingratiated into their community. You're not going to be able to work, so you're dependent on them for money. Like, there's just all these things where I'm like, it's not even. And I just was like, I don't see the appeal of this. And also because if it goes south, you guys haven't even dated that long. You haven't even had your first real conflict. So if you do, where the fuck are you going to go? Because it's the middle of nowhere fucking Alaska. Anyway, suffice to say, last I heard they're not together. They didn't move up there. But there's something about this where like, you're requiring this person to give up literally everything while you don't. And you think it's like a dream opportunity, and this person is kind of seeing it as like a red flag, to be honest. That's why that example is coming through, to be like, you hold all the power and control. You show up as the emperor. It's on your turf. And this person is like, yeah, it has to be co-creative. Okay, so quickly, outcome. Okay, there is a Knight of Cups here. Yes. To the Seven of Wands, to back to this energy. Yeah, like I feel like you're going to try to defend this offer, and it just gives you more anxiety because I hate to say it, but this person isn't going to like the offer. Just straight up. We've done this reading now for over an hour. There's like, I can't put it any more gently than however you're viewing this, it's not equitable. You're asking whatever it is that you have in your mind's eye, it's not going to appeal to this person, and they're going to feel weird about it, unfortunately. But since I do feel like this is coming up for you, it's giving you an opportunity to get into your psychicness, to really review, and we saw the shadow in there, so like, I don't know, maybe asking yourself harder questions and really asking yourself like, yeah, like why am I asking this person to give up everything in order to like, I don't know, it's not even meeting halfway. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. Stay blessed, stay golden.